Ram owners. There are two types of Ram modifications. The ones that make your truck more capable, more protected, and more likely to reach 200,000 miles in strong condition. And the ones that look great on the forums, generate thousands of likes on social media, and quietly work against the drivetrain and long-term reliability of one of the most capable trucks ever built. My name is Mark, 20 years working on Ram trucks. Today I am giving you the complete honest list, 7 modifications every Ram owner should do, and 5 that the community consistently celebrates, but that the shop data consistently shows are creating problems that show up months or years later. Let's get into it. The 7 mods every Ram owner should do. Mod number 1, a transmission temperature monitor. Every Ram owner who tows needs this before the next tow. No exceptions. The factory cluster on most Ram 1500 configurations does not display transmission temperature. During sustained towing and summer heat, the owner has zero visibility into the thermal condition of the most expensive replaceable drivetrain assembly in the truck. The ZF 8-speed costs $6,000 to $10,000 to rebuild or replace. The monitor that protects it costs $40 to $60 and installs in 15 seconds through the OBD2 port. Real-time transmission temperature with a configurable high-temperature alert. Keep it below 200 degrees during sustained towing. Above 220 under load, pull over and idle until the temperature comes down. $60 versus $10,000. The easiest calculation in Ram ownership. Mod number 2, synthetic gear oil in both differentials and the transfer case. Every Ram 4-wheel drive leaves the factory with conventional gear oil in the front differential, rear differential, and transfer case. Conventional gear oil is thicker than full synthetic at normal temperatures, requires more energy to churn through, and degrades under heat faster. Switching to the correct full synthetic specification in all 3 units reduces internal friction, provides more consistent gear and bearing protection under sustained load, and extends drivetrain service life across the ownership period. $80 to $150 for all 3 units at an independent shop. One of the highest return, low-cost drivetrain upgrades available for any Ram at any mileage. Mod number 3, an oil catch can on the Hemi. The Hemi's PCV system recirculates oil vapors from the crankcase back through the intake on every drive, depositing oil residue on the throttle body and intake surfaces that progressively builds into carbon deposits, reducing airflow and degrading throttle response on higher mileage examples. An oil catch can in the PCV line intercepts these vapors before they reach the intake. $40 to $100 installed from Mishimoto or Moroso. The professional intake cleaning service it delays runs $80 to $150 at a shop. On a Hemi accumulating significant mileage, this is the most cost-effective maintenance-reducing modification available, protecting the intake from the moment of installation. Mod number 4, heavy-duty sway bar end links. The factory sway bar end links on the Ram 1500, particularly on any leveled Ram or any truck past 60,000 miles, are among the highest wear rate suspension components in the front end. When they wear out, the symptom is a clunk over bumps that sounds exactly like a ball joint or a strut mount, leading most shops to quote the expensive component before checking the cheap one. Upgraded heavy-duty end links from Moog cost $30 to $80 per side and use more robust ball studs and better boot materials. On a leveled Ram, this is close to mandatory. The leveling kit changes the end link operating angle and places the factory units in a bind position that accelerates wear significantly beyond the stock rate. Replace them when the lift goes on, not after the clunk starts. Mod number 5, a bed liner before the first work use. The Ram's bed floor is painted steel. A scratch from a tool, a piece of equipment, or a piece of lumber is exposed steel. Exposed steel in a working environment that sees moisture rusts and rust that starts at a scratch progresses at an accelerating rate once corrosion establishes itself beneath the surrounding paint. A spray-in liner applied before significant paint damage occurs creates a permanent barrier between the bed steel and everything the Ram was built to carry. For a Ram used as a working truck, this preserves structural integrity and resale value from day one. Do it before the first scratch, not after the first rust spot. Mod number 6, stainless steel brake lines. The factory flexible rubber brake lines have a finite service life that most owners never think about until a line leaks or fails. On a Ram with significant mileage, salt belt exposure, or heavy towing history, the rubber sections are one of the most consistently overlooked failure risks on the entire vehicle. Stainless steel braided replacements prevent the inner liner from expanding under hydraulic pressure, producing firmer, more consistent brake pedal feel and dramatically extended service life versus rubber. $60 to $120 for a complete four-corner set from Goodrich or Russell. The pedal improvement is immediately noticeable on the first drive after installation. On any Ram in a salt belt state past 100,000 miles, this is one of the most overlooked safety-adjacent upgrades available. Mod number 7, a high-flow drop-in filter with the factory airbox preserved. The factory Ram Hemi intake draws cold air from outside the engine compartment, denser, more oxygen-rich air than hot underhood air. A high-flow drop-in filter in the factory airbox improves airflow over the paper element, reduces intake restriction, and delivers a real, if modest, improvement in throttle response and fuel economy. The filter is reusable. Clean it every 50,000 miles, and it lasts the life of the truck. The factory airbox and cold air path stay completely intact. The engine gets better filtration and less intake restriction on every drive. This is the legitimate version of the intake modification. The short Ram intake that removes the airbox and puts a filter inside the hot engine bay is a completely different thing, and it is on the Hertz reliability list for reasons we will cover now. The 5 mods that hurt reliability. Mod number 1, oversized tires without regearing. Significantly larger diameter tires change the effective gear ratio of the entire drivetrain. The engine operates at lower RPM than the transmission and axle gearing were optimized for at highway speed. The engine lugs. The transmission runs hotter under sustained load. The torque converter slips more frequently than it was designed to. The wear from consistently operating outside the designed efficiency envelope accumulates into real long-term drivetrain damage on every highway mile. The correct solution is regearing, replacing the ring and pinion in both axles to restore factory RPM at highway speed with the larger diameter. $800 to $1,500 per axle. The cost that makes the tire upgrade a legitimate modification rather than a drivetrain tax paid on every mile from installation forward. Mod number 2, a short Ram intake inside the engine bay. Sounds better than the factory intake. Looks more dramatic. Consistently delivers worse real-world performance than the factory cold air intake it replaced. A filter inside the engine bay draws hot underhood air, 30 to 50 degrees warmer than the cold outside air the factory system drew from. Hot air is less dense, less oxygen per cubic foot, less complete combustion per cycle, lower real-world power than the same engine on the factory cold air path. On the Hemi specifically, where cold intake air temperature directly affects MDS cylinder deactivation efficiency, consistently feeding the engine hot underhood air degrades fuel economy and engine management precision below factory levels. Every time. No exceptions. Mod number 3, a suspension lift with bargain components. The most predictable reliability failure pattern in the Ram modification community. Bargain lift components install without obvious issues. The truck looks dramatically different. Then the cheap ball joints develop play, the stamped steel control arms develop stress cracking, and the handling precision the factory suspension provided is replaced by vagueness that most owners attribute to the lift itself rather than to the quality of the specific components used. Quality lift components from Rancho, Fox, or Bilstein cost significantly more. The reliability difference over 50,000 miles is not marginal. Use quality components from manufacturers with engineering documentation and warranty support. Or maintain the factory suspension. There is no reliable middle ground on a truck carrying heavy loads at highway speeds. Mod number 4, aftermarket exhaust without a supporting tune. The Hemi's factory PCM fuel maps are calibrated specifically around the back pressure characteristics of the factory exhaust. Change the exhaust without a tune and the PCM continues overfueling for a system that no longer exists, running slightly elevated exhaust temperatures under sustained towing load and managing an emission system calibrated for exhaust chemistry it is no longer receiving. The exhaust sounds dramatically better without a tune. That is real, and it matters. But the efficiency penalty is also real, and it accumulates across every mile and every towing session. Exhaust plus a supporting tune from a reputable calibrator is the legitimate modification. Exhaust alone is a sound upgrade with a documented reliability and efficiency cost. Mod number 5. A leveling kit without inspecting the upper ball joints. The Ram's upper ball joints operate near the upper portion of their designed range of motion at stock ride height. A leveling kit pushes them toward the extreme of that range, increasing load and accelerating wear beyond what they experienced at stock height. An upper ball joint approaching end of service life that was never inspected before the leveling kit went on is now carrying increased load at the extreme of its movement range. When it fails on a leveled Ram, the failure is not gradual. It is sudden and potentially catastrophic, a loss of front-end geometry control that can occur at any speed without warning. Inspect both front upper ball joints for any detectable play before any leveling kit installation. Replace them if there is any question. $100 to $200 per side at an independent shop. The inspection takes 10 minutes and costs nothing. The failure it prevents has consequences that money alone cannot fully measure. 7 mods that make your Ram last longer. 5 that the community loves and the shop data consistently questions. Transmission temperature monitor. Synthetic gear oil in all 3 drivetrain units. Oil catch can on the Hemi PCV line. Heavy-duty sway bar and links on leveled trucks. Bed liner before first work use. Stainless brake lines on high-mileage salt belt trucks. High-flow drop-in filter in the factory airbox. Avoid oversized tires without re-gearing. The short Ram intake inside the engine bay. Bargain lift components. Aftermarket exhaust without a tune. And the leveling kit installed without first checking the upper ball joints. Save this video before your next modification decision. Share it with every Ram owner you know. Drop a comment below telling us which mod you are doing first and which one on the Hertz It list you have already done. Subscribe to Dodge Zone for more Ram guides and everything you need to know before you spend $1 on your truck. New video every Tuesday and Friday. We will see you in the next one.